Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe, the bell, and share this with someone that you think it would be a blessing to. And don't forget to join us every Wednesday night at 6:30 here in Surprise, Arizona. And remember, youth matter.
He knew your flaws, your insecurities, your doubts, your anxieties, the way that you are, the things that you don't like about yourself, or the things that you're worried about someone finding out about you. So you don't want to be real because you're worried that if you are, these people will reject you or not talk to you anymore. Those things God already knew, and He created you this way because He loves you and He's going to use you for His purpose. The next one I want you to go to is Psalm, in the book of Psalm. Is that the Old and New Testament? It's the Old Testament. Go to the left. Psalm 139. This is one of my favorite passages to share with anyone who doesn't know what people think about them. Psalm 139, verse 16 says this. You, again, this is King David, who we just had a series on him. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. God recognizes you and sees you. He has a book written about you right now. Wouldn't that be crazy when you go see God and you see His library and you're going to see there's a book of Tatum and you're like, whoa, what's that? There's a book of Matthias, there's a book of Hunter, there's a book of Logan and the book of Dan, and you're like, you open it and you get to see your whole life is laid out. He recorded your life, every single detail, the struggles, the hurt that you've had, all the bad stuff that you're ashamed about, it's already recorded, and the great things to come. Don't be ashamed of your past. This is what I was sharing with someone, is because of this. That chapter's supposed to be there. If I was reading a book and I tried to take out a chapter and I tried to read it, the book would not make sense. God wrote a book about you, and it's complete. If you have Christ in your life will be complete. He saw you before you were born. Every day of your life was recorded in your book. Now, what does this mean to be recognized? Now, I looked up this word recognize. Let's look up the definition on the screen. This is what it means: to identify someone or something from having encountered them before or to know again. The second one is to acknowledge the existence. Whew. Now I'm telling you, that is something that we want in our lives so badly. I remember when I was your guys' age. Yes, I was your guys' age one time. Some of you think I'm very old. I am very old. My wife reminds me of that. She says I'm too old to shop at Tilly's still. To recognize means to identify. I've encountered you. I've seen you before. I recognize you. You look familiar, but also look, to acknowledge the existence. So many of us think, maybe people don't notice me. I don't feel like I exist. Maybe some of you have thought that or are thinking that. People don't know I even exist. I just feel like a burden. No one knows I'm here. And that is not true. We just read 2 verses that point that God already sees you. He doesn't just recognize you, He knows you.